Ask Reddit what is a red flag to see in someone's home. Dirty litter boxes if they have cats, and I mean filthy. Or they have one litter box and 10 cats. True story from when I helped someone move. No hand soap in the bathroom. I lived in a 10-person house in college. We had 2 bathrooms. It sort of naturally split into girls' and guys' bathrooms, except for me who used the girls'. One night we're drinking and a girl ends up using the guy's bathroom because the other was taken. She comes back and says, "Damn, you guys must use a ton of soap when you wash your hands." Everyone looked confused. What? She said she used that bathroom like a week or 2 ago and it was out of hand soap. She just used it and it's out again. You could see it dawn on everyone's faces. No dawn on their hands though. No sheets on their bed, but clearly they sleep on it. Along with dirty pillows, with no cover as well. I changed the bathroom towels in our guest bathroom every Friday. One Friday I told my son to go wipe up the urine he left on the seat and floor, and then watched this imposter of my DNA wipe the urine with a hand towel and hang it back up in front of me. I've never wanted to disown a relative more in my life. I saw my Emile mop the floors on Christmas after dinner, and then proceed to mop the kitchen table with the same floor mop. Like I could get if you had a Swiffer wet mop and started with the table. But, yeah, that cannot be unseen. I did some real estate photography on a home. It was a Mass State Trooper. It was disturbing. A nice neighborhood, a nice home, clean and well-maintained. Kids and wife, photos decorating the walls and end tables. But I started noticing holes punched into walls, some of them plastered and repaired, some of them fresh. Doors that had been splintered at the bottom from being kicked in. A couple doors that had padlocks on them that had been ripped out. There were just signs of rage everywhere I looked. It was disturbing, and I felt bad for the family. I toured a home for sale that was clearly owned by a CA state trooper once. General disrepair in a nice neighborhood, and lots of aggressive death/Grim Reaper related art/plaques everywhere. Made me uncomfortable AF. Cracked pipe, cats, but no litter box. Liquor bottles are the only decoration you can find, barely any furniture. I live in England. So many people have no litter box because they just let their cats shit in their neighbors' gardens. My sister-in-law was complaining to us about how her cats kept peeing and pooping in the house at night. This went on for weeks before I asked how often she was cleaning their litter box. They didn't have one. Their cats were messing all over their house and their children's things, and it had never occurred to them to get a box. They were just elderly cats who didn't always have the energy to get outside. No cleaning supplies, although I agree with the idea in my house a guest wouldn't really see them, except for the toilet brush. All cleaning supplies live behind doors, and as they're dedicated cupboards I don't open them, unless I'm cleaning. A collection of young women's ID cards. MLM inventory for their business, or they buy a lot of MLM stuff. Minus a normal amount of Tupperware. The flag of the Klingon Empire is red, and I would like to see it in someone's home. I was in college and we put dry erase boards on our dorm doors. I drew a Klingon insignia on my board. The guy next to me drew a Starfleet insignia. The guy across the hall drew the Romulan insignia, which was impressive. Best was when a guy drew the Badgeron symbol and I went by one night, erased it, and drew the Kardashian symbol. Best was when a guy drew the Badgeron symbol and I went by one night, erased it, and drew the Kardashian symbol. Never in my life have I had to stop and consider what a nerdy chuckle might sound like, but I suspect this had just elicited one from me. When they let their pets poop and pee in the house. Bonus if they let their kids sleep in a room that is essentially a massive litter box. My BF was a contractor for Spectrum, and he would constantly tell me about houses he would go into where people just let their dogs shit in the basement. I really don't want to believe this is as common as it is. My mom worked at a cable company, and the installers saw crazy stuff. Dog/cat shit everywhere. Homes with no running water, but had cable. One poor guy actually found a dead body. He did call the cops. Imagine allowing the cable guy in knowing there a dead body in your house. Dish rack was in the sink and had black mold on it. They put clean dishes on it to dry. I was horrified. They also just put water in the baby bottles and let them soak and use them. Never actually washing the bottles. Horrified. Not really a red flag, but this reminded me of my grandmother. She always says that you can see how someone's doing by the state of their plants.